One of the greatest experiments of our generation is social media. It provides an equal platform for all to voice opinions or connect with people. In fact, social media is extremely powerful to the point that it can literally sway the fate of a whole nation. I'm Jose Rafael Malamug,
And I'm Enerves Lucia.
and this is Vantage, the podcast that sees and tells stories from a different perspective. During the 2016 presidential elections, the use of social media as a campaigning tool reared its head to the masses. Why wouldn't it? When you have Filipinos spending an average of 4 hours and 17 minutes per day on social media websites such as Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and the like. Well, at least according to the journal Digital. In fact, the Philippines is one of the most active users of social media in the entire world. But the fact of using social media as a campaigning tool dates back to the 2010 elections, in which online campaigners would promote the projects, the name of their chosen candidate. What is new are the rise of internet trolls. At this point, there was no doubt about the influence of the then presidential candidate Rodrigo Duterte's band of vocal online supporters. The very vocal and very angry faction of keyboard warriors of the president, labeled by netizens as the Dutertards or the DDS, seems to have appeared out of nowhere, charging the Filipino internet landscape en masse with an assault of memes, hate, and fake news. This act is one of the many examples of what internet trolling is. Our story begins when the campaign of the president is accused of hiring professional trolls coming from legitimate public relations firms to carry out their bidding on the internet, one of which is targeting any and all critics of the administration. Some of the examples being the Liberal Party, or the Lawans, as referred to by the DDS and traditional media, who according to the DDS are nothing but biased, drowning out any kind of rational discussion of the issues with the sheer volume, in both quantity and noise level, of their spew of hatred. To quote an article from the Inquirer about professional trolls, social media is the new battleground for the hearts and minds of the people. And as in any war, the first casualty is the truth. Today on the show we have Mikey, not his real name. Mikey is a graduate of marketing from a prestigious school in Manila, an upstart law-abiding citizen of the Philippines. Mikey did not vote during 2016 presidential election and nor is he a supporter of any candidate. Mikey is also not a supporter of the president. What he is a member of a team in a PR firm paid to do social media campaigning for any candidate that could afford their services. Mikey is a troll.
Hello, Mikey, and welcome to Vantage. It's good to have you here.
Hi, sir. Nice meeting you, sir.
So, Mikey, as any great story, it must have a beginning. So, how did it start?
Well, it all started in the presidential elections, where our advertising firm was hired to promote a certain presidential candidate. We were paid to manipulate the social media in thinking the other candidates are bad enough to be hated.
Why did you do this?
Well, I do this kind of work, of course, because of money. I would get 2,000 to 3,000 pesos a day, given a workday of 24 hours. My pay grade would matter by just copying and pasting posts into different social medias.
2,000 to 3,000 pesos. That's quite a lot. How does it work? this trolling work?
As I mentioned before, we would manipulate the social media in a way that we would create Facebook pages or memes against the other candidates. As most people do, they do not read the whole article but just the headlines, and it would lead them to liking the posts. The first likers would be fake accounts by paid people to boost the legibility of the post. More likes means more people believing that what is posted is real.
This seems like a bad thing to do. Don't you feel any guilt?
I do not feel any kind of guilt, as long as I get paid. Being an internet troll is fun. You get to be as ignorant to the people as possible, even with just almost half your efforts wasted.
Obviously, besides the money, what else do you get out of this?
I do get the satisfaction of having a great amount of break. I am an internet troll, because just as what I have said, it is fun seeing other people be angry at just some random comments that I have made. There was this instance where I was paid to comment on a post of a political member, and I gained a lot of angry reacts. Many of those angry reacts privately messaged me just to only say kill myself, and the world does not want people like me, and I would not reply to them and just send their messages.
It's hard to believe that one person can do so much. Are you working alone, or are you part of an organization?
There were other internet trolls just like me, but we have different agendas. I am more on the internet trolls where I get to attack the politics. There are other trolls coming from organizations, but I would not open it because I do not have the right to do so.
Do you have any other job or hobby besides from trolling?
Well, before I became a professional internet troll, I was and still a member of an advertising firm. It is a very common place in PR firms. I was destined as a marketing officer and I loved my job. I also had the hobby in which I troll the trolls on the internet site, and I think this started my interest in trolling people.
You know, if you think about it, this trolling thing and advertising are pretty similar, wouldn't you agree? So, how would it compare? How would advertising compare to this trolling thing you are doing?
I would compare being a troll and being an advertiser is that both are fun, but many would be offended in line with trolling. In legal advertising, you would not advertise your product, in which you would demote the product of other companies, because it would create a large issue. In trolling, however, you would have the chance to speak harsh comments about a certain topic, and you would offend other netizens, which would lead to people who would hate what you do.
That is quite an interesting story, Mr. Mike. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, sir.
We will be back after a short break.
Do you have sore throat? Use Bactidol. Buy now for only 20 pesos.
Let's take a picture. Hey, what's your problem? I'm hungry. You're hungry? We know what to do. Here, eat this.
Bang Bang, now with double chocolate. Welcome change with the new fries McDan.
Call us up at 639-0899 if you have any reactions or questions for our guest today.
Here we have our first caller. Hello, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello. I am Alvin Benson, one of the listener of this Vantage program. And I just wanna ask a question. Is this Mikey came from a mental hospital? Such thinking is what destroyed this country. Because of this, the officials are all false and our country can get developed. So what you are doing, there's many people being offended, they're being ignorant because of you. I'm getting angry. You're the one who is the ignorant of what you are doing. You are doing what you've done is already called the crimes called scamming. Such false news make me angry. I'm also a victim, just like those fake news about no classes and so on. And so on, I brag, and it's just f***ing false. Don't you get guilty just because of 2,000, 3,000? You're destroying the life of other people. Feel proud, satisfaction, your face. If even people like you doesn't get into prison, how can there be justice? You might even...
Oh, okay, we're gonna cut you off right there. It was getting too real. I mean, wow. That was pretty intense from our first caller. Do you have any reactions to that, Mikey?
What people need to understand is that I'm not ruining this nation ultimately. It's the people who value Facebook likes like it's a damn merit of truth. The thing is, it's not real. It's just a bunch of internet brownie points, and that ultimately means nothing. I think it says a lot about how we think as a nation that we would allow ourselves to be misinformed as long as it would align with others' beliefs. Being a troller really shows me how people think and how easy it is to manipulate them as long as they're blind to the truth.
Well, Mikey, that person was also a troll.
Okay, well, I don't think we have another time for another caller. So that's it for this portion.
Thank you very much, Mikey, for being with us today. And for our caller, we have blocked your number. As citizens of the internet, which contains a world of internet trolls, fake news sites, and social media influencers, who do we trust? Do we filter them out? Or is it better to just unplug? The internet is a war zone. It is our duty not to get caught in the crossfire. Become a better internet user by thinking before clicking. Ask yourself, is that headline true? Click on it and read it. Do a quick Google search and find a reputable source. Ask yourself if this account is real or not. Be safe out there and be kind to one another. This has been Jose Rafael Malamug,
And then Nereves Lucia.
and this is Vantage. Good night and thank you.